Hey guys, so I'm doing this video because I just wanted to, honestly, I just felt it in my spirit to just get it off my chest and to say all the things that's in my brain and then just to put it out into the universe. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you about me. It's gonna be a whole bunch of random, I don't know, thoughts, just stuff that's going on in my head that, like, I don't know. So let's just get into it. So let's start off with how I started off as like doing wigs. At first, I was braiding hair. No, even further than that. Okay, I seen a video on Instagram. His name is, what is it? It's Gary V. Okay, watch the Gary V video, which I'm sure a lot of you have. And it was this specific video where he was like, listen, double down on what you're good at and forget about all the other crap that you're not good at. So I was talking to my best friend at the time. His name is Dennis. Hi. And I was like, listen, I saw Gary V and he was telling me to just focus on, like, it spoke to me. It really did, honestly. It's like, just focus on what you're good at, focus on what you're good at, and leave everything else out. So my friend Dennis was like, why don't you just focus on braiding, because that's what you're good at, you know, you do braid, like family members say, why don't you take it seriously and focus on that? And at first I was like, no, like I don't want to do that. Oh, my phone's about to die, hold on. I was like, at first, this is a little bit ratchet, sorry. I was like, at first, like, no, like I was doing braiding just to make a little hair on the side, like doing box braids and stuff. And he was like, no, you should do it, and you never know where it could go. So I'm like, you know what, my best friend is right. I did watch the video. He did say focus on what you're good at, and I'm good at that, and that's like really about it. So that's what I did. I started taking braiding seriously. I got me a style seat, and I was a traveling hair braider. And honestly, I give a respect to braiders because it's really hard. I wasn't in a shop, so I was just hustling. I was not in the shop. I was going all over New York braiding people hair. People from Queens, people from Brooklyn. I mean, I ain't traveled to Queens. I had to cancel some appointments because Brooklyn and Queens was just too far. I mean, I had some people that came to me. Once in a while, I would have people come to my house and I would do their braids, but you know, I didn't have too much of that because, you know, I don't know people. But then I started going to their house. And me and my mom had this code, like, all right, as soon as I get to their house, she was like, text me 5. Like, let's say the number was 5. She's like, text me number 5 to know, so I can know that you're safe and you feel comfortable. And throughout me braiding hair, like, I'll pause every hour and be like, send her 5. And she'd be like, okay. So we had a system involved in everything. But after a couple months, I was like, I don't like this. Like, I just didn't. I said, I don't like this. I don't want to do this no more. My back was hurting. It just wasn't fun. This wasn't fun for me. And then I was just getting into wigs. Like, I was watching people do wigs on YouTube, and I was like, I want to make a wig. So for my birthday, which is in February, I'm Aquarius. So for my birthday, me and my mom ordered wigs, right? From, it was somebody that was on, what show? Black Ink Crew Chicago, Nikki. So we ordered wig from Nikki, and I kind of messed up the wig a little bit, you know. I messed it up because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, when you first start off with your first wig, you're not supposed to get a frontal. It's too much maintenance, and me and my mom didn't listen anyway, and we got frontals. Now, my mom, hers didn't look so bad, but I started off with my own wig, and I plucked it, and it looked crazy. It was just a hot mess. So, okay. So I customized it and I posted a picture of the wig, the Nikki wig that I customized. I plucked, I dyed blonde, I bleached it, and I posted it up. Like, I make wigs now. Make wigs. And my first client, of course, besides my mother, because my mother was buying. Once I did a first wig, my mother, I think I did that girl's wig. So I braided, my first client ever that paid me, I braided her hair previously. So when she saw me post up a video that, you know, I make wigs now, she came to me instantly, brought me some pretty hair too, some good quality hair, gave it to me to make a wig. My mom followed up, bought some nice pretty good quality hair, and I made a wig for her. Made a wig. Freaking crazy. And of course my wig making skills aren't what they were then. Now I'm a whole lot better. You know, I get to charge more money, some real money, you know, to do my work. But it's just crazy how things turn out. So I just like watching that Gary Vee video, right? My friend convinced me I should take braiding seriously. I do that, then decide, okay, this is not what I want to do. And that leads me into what I love to do now. You know, someday I'm going to have my freaking wig shop and everything. Like that, just stepping through that door, leading me to what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be at now, and excelling. Like, it's just crazy. So it's crazy. Like, honestly, I look back at it and like, it wasn't even that long ago. I was doing braids in the beginning of 2018, early 2017, and now we're in 2019, about to be in 2020, and a lot of things gonna happen. Now I'm making wigs. I learned how to do the sewing machine like that. I remember having a conversation with my mom about the sewing machine. Couple months of being consistent, what happened? I'm making wigs on the sewing machine. My wigs are flat. Like, I don't like to toot my own horn, but they are very flat. And like, you know, when I first started making wigs, I had a hard time finding a vendor. You know, the relationships that I'm starting to make, I made a relationship with a very well-known celebrity wig maker, and she helped me out with my vendors list, you know. And now I have a good vendor, you know. People are willing to pay good, you know, real money, good money, you know, for my work. People write me on Instagram like, oh, I love your wigs, I want to get one. Like, it makes me feel good inside. Like, I feel a lot. So this, like, last year around this time, I started making wigs when? Right after my birthday. So let's say March. I had probably a couple orders by August after I started, just few here and there. But I'm just thinking about the year before that and the year, like, what place was I in on, what is today? Today is August 9th, 2019. I gotta look through my memories on my phone to see the same time last year did I take a picture. Like, I don't remember. I mean, I was okay last year around this time. I think I was alright. But now I feel like a whole new person. I feel like I'm coming into the person that I want to be, that I'm supposed to be, that I should, like, I'm just growing into myself, into my full potential, right? And I had an experience too. Now, don't think that I'm crazy. So okay, so let's say 2 weeks ago, I was at a dinner with a group of people because recently I had an opportunity. You know, I'll speak on that opportunity later, but I had an opportunity, or you know, to work with certain people. And, you know, we all wanted to meet up to go to dinner to get to know each other. It was in Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx, if you don't know. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, 6'9". So I went all the way to Brooklyn, okay, to meet up with them. We went out to this nice place to eat, very, very nice. And once it was over, everybody, you know, leaves, gets in a Lyft, Uber, whatever, go on their way. I took a Lyft home, right? And 8 months ago, I was in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn, and something traumatic happened to me 8 months ago. Maybe one day I'll be brave enough to tell a story on the story time about that, because it was really, 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 really crazy. But that's besides the point. And I remember being on this specific street by this I don't know if it was a theater or something, but or a certain restaurant. And I was in the Lyft, but you know how you do like the pool? I was in the pool because it was like $70. I wasn't paying $70 from Brooklyn to the Bronx with the Lyft, like 50, 70, something like that. So I got the $38, the pool, okay? And the lady got dropped off right in front of this restaurant. It was a restaurant that I was at, that something traumatic, something like really crazy happened to me. This was 8 months ago. Around, I swear to you now, around the same time at night. This 2 weeks ago, when I was in front of that restaurant, it was like 11. It was 11. Then it was probably like 11, 12, maybe 1-ish. But it was at night, and I was around right in front of this restaurant, and now I'm right in front of it again, even though I'm in the car. And even then, when I was leaving, I was getting into a lift. So freaking crazy, I kid you not. And I started to tear up when she got out in front of that restaurant and went around the corner somewhere to go to her house. I just, a flood of emotions just came running through me. Because I'm like, 8 months ago, I was in front of the same place, the same restaurant, getting into a lift, and I felt like my life was like crushed. Like, so much ish was happening in my life at that time, honestly. And now 8 months later, I'm in a whole nother place, like a whole nother space, like mind frame, spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, like everything about me is like slowly but surely a lot has changed. And that was 8.5 months ago. And now look at me. When I put my mind to what I want to do, when I'm focused, when I stay consistent, when I'm not worried about relationships, because I had those issues too. From relationship, from situationship to relationship. Like, at one point I felt like the only drama, see, I'm all up and down everywhere. Just try to follow through with me. It's all gonna make sense in the end. But at one point in my life, listen, I had so much drama in my life, but it was because of a guy. So it was the people that I was choosing to have in my life. We weren't good for each other. I was toxic. The person was toxic. We just didn't mesh. We weren't good for each other. And it was just so much drama going on. And right before I seen that Gary Vee video, for a while I was feeling like this. Like, I always got some drama. My emotions is up and down, up and down. I'm on a high and I'm happy. And then one minute I feel so sad and I'm low and I just don't want to get out of bed. And like, I'm just not in a good mood. And I'm just, you know, I wasn't fun to be around. And it's just like how everything changed from one freaking video. I kid you not. Now, I'm not saying a video is going to change your life, but when you start to see the perspective of things and live in the reality, because for a while I probably wasn't living in reality, when you start to get focused on you and you're not worried about a relationship, worried about some stupid guy that's probably not even good for you, he doesn't serve a purpose in your life, and you start focusing on yourself, you start, you know, loving yourself, you start to forgive yourself for allowing people and situations in your life, you know. Okay, sorry, so I had to get the door. I'm freaking waiting on my UPS package, but whatever, I'm back. So when you start like focusing on you and on yourself and what you want and just your life, and because for a while, of course, it sounds like it, I was lost. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, like, you know. And when I started focusing on me, like, things started changing for the better. Like, now I'm getting certain opportunities that I never would have thought. Like, like what? I never thought I would have been doing YouTube. I never thought I would have been on here talking about myself, feeling comfortable in front of the camera to even talk and to be myself. Like, I never thought. Listen, I've been wanting to do YouTube for years. I've been wanting to do YouTube, and I finally got the courage, got the balls to do it, okay? Because I was on social media, like on Instagram, but I wasn't a social media person. Like, I really wasn't. Like, if you know me, like, you know, if you've had me on social media or know me personally, like, you know, I wasn't, like, I don't know, I just never fully felt like I could be myself. So I knew, like, now looking back on certain things, I knew that it had to do with me. Like, I wasn't gonna have a healthy relationship if I didn't figure out Bria and get to know myself. Like, I'm 25 now, I'm getting older. Like, I'm not the same like little girl that I was when I was 19 and 17 and even 21. Like, I'm thinking about the things that I want, how I envision my life, and I'm focused on how to get there, how to figure out how to get there, and just what's important. These things I was not worried about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I was worried about going to the club or going out, having fun with my friends, being with my boyfriend, like shit like that. Now I'm single. I've been single and I'm fine with that because it gives me time to focus on me, to figure out me, to date me, to figure it's about me. And people will tell you, people have told me that I'm selfish, ish like that. Be selfish. I'm 25. I don't have any kids right now, so my main focus is me and figuring out my life so that when I have kids and I have a husband, because I know I'm gonna have one, that I could be in a good mind frame, I could be good financially, and I could be good spiritually, you know, to raise kids. Because it's not, people just focus on, I feel like people that are close to my age focus on, oh, you know, I just want to be financially stable to have kids. I want to be mentally and spiritually stable so when I have a child, okay, you know, I can give them what they need and not just buy them, be able to buy them certain things or take them certain places. I want to give them, you know, things that you can't buy, that can't be bought. And spiritual, my mom has taught me this, honestly, spiritual and mental health and emotional health is extremely important. And I just feel like this is the time now. I don't know how, I still don't even know how half of this all this stuff is happening, but I know it's God pushing me, guiding me, giving me signs. He's been giving me lessons even up till yesterday. Financially, I'm just getting everything in order, you know? Everything is just coming together. So this video is just so that you guys could have a sense of who I am, you know? And just in case, like, I could just put this out there because it's been on my heart and in my mind, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been contemplating, and I've been nervous, and I'm like, you know, I am who I am. I've been through what I've been through. A lot of us have been through the same thing. A lot of us have felt lost in their life. A lot of us have been confused. A lot of us have been in bad relationships, have lost themselves in relationships, have put too much energy into stupid shit. And I'm just here to just put that out there. Of course, I'm human, and again, we all been through the same stuff, so I shouldn't feel ashamed of what I've been through, and to like, you know, talk about the journey that I'm on. Because if you do really follow me on Instagram, you'll see, like, you don't see my whole life because now my Instagram is not a personal page, it's the business page, but you can even see my growth, like, from my work, you know. I take this seriously. This is what I'm, you know, that's how I know, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I love it. I love making people feel good about themselves, making them wigs. You know, people, like, when I get a new wig, okay, and some new hair, I feel like a whole new person. I feel like a little bird, but I feel like a whole new person, you know. So that's just a little spill about me personally, and like what's been going on with me. So I'll probably do more videos about this, and I may do, like, open up a little bit more and do more story times, because I feel like, you know, you can learn from everybody's experience. You can learn from my experience. You know, you guys can comment down below if you want to, like, talk about something that you've been through or add on to what I'm saying. You know, it's just good to put it out there, because a lot of things, I'm an Aquarius, honestly, and we Aquarius people, like, thumbs up if you agree with what I'm saying. Aquarius people, we're in our mind. Like, listen, my mind's it's always running rapid. Like, I could be having a conversation with somebody and I'm just thinking about things that don't even matter. Like, listen, a situation could happen to me and I'm constantly obsessing, thinking about it. I just keep going over it in my mind. That's how Aquarius are, at least the ones I've met, have been around. We have that in common. It's weird. So this is my outlet. The thing that I was scared of, which is so crazy, okay, being myself and putting it out into the world and putting it out into the universe, or just speaking on my experience, or just speaking my mind freely and not being nervous to put it up into the world, like put it into the universe, and it is what it is. So yeah, so that's Bria Mia. That's a little gist of me. So yeah, comment down below. You know, if you guys have anything to say, any questions, anything to add on to what I said, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and bye guys.